So the crazy just got even crazier. What am I talking about? Well, a couple weeks ago, I made a video about Honda's V3R concept bike, a V3 engine with an E-compressor. That thing is going to be nuts, and I still can't wait to see what Honda ultimately ends up bringing to market. But as I said, the crazy just got even crazier, and this time from a manufacturer you wouldn't expect, MB Agusta. We don't talk about MB Agusta much on this channel, and honestly, there's no real reason why. They're an exotic Italian brand known for making some of the most stunning motorcycles on the planet. They're also incredibly expensive and exclusive, so they just don't pop up as often as Japanese bikes do. But at the 2025 EICMA International Motorcycle Show, they dropped something absolutely wild. The MB Agusta V5 concept engine. And here's everything we know so far. First, let me clear something up. I know the top comment is going to be, "This is just a concept. Wake me up when it's real." Well, it is real. MB Agusta themselves confirmed this engine is being actively developed for production at their R&D center in Skirana, Italy. The V5 is going to be a modular platform used for different models between 850cc and 1150cc, according to MB Agusta. The engineering feels surprisingly fleshed out. It uses a U-crankshaft V5 layout, which basically means that there's 3 cylinders in the front bank and 2 in the rear. If that sounds familiar, it's similar to Honda's legendary RC211V MotoGP V5 bike from the early 2000s. The benefit of this layout is that the V5 engine is going to be narrower than inline 4s, but shorter than a V4, which gives a unique and advantageous packaging. MB Agusta says that the engine uses electric water and oil pumps, helping keeping the weight down under 60 kilograms while targeting over 240 horsepower and roughly 135 newton meters of torque. MB Agusta also mentions that their unique V5 firing order will allow them to reach outstanding torque delivery and rideability without the need of variable valve timing, ensuring both low-end usability and maximum power output. MB Agusta said that the first application of this V5 engine will be featured in a returning model, a name that's currently missing from their lineup. That means they aren't just showing an engine, they're building a bike around it. But which model are they reviving? This is where it gets a little interesting. The obvious answer would be the F4. The F4 is the bike they are reviving. The F4 is MV's legendary flagship superbike that ended production in 2018. But since the F4 has always been a 4-cylinder, calling a V5 superbike F4 just doesn't make a lot of sense. Calling it the F5 would make a lot more sense, but that technically wouldn't be reviving an old name. Unless they called it the F4 V5, but honestly at that point just call it the F5. MB Agusta produces the F3 currently, and that's appropriately named because it has 3 cylinders. Same as their former F4, with having 4 cylinders. So F5 seems the most accurate, but I'm thrown off by MB Agusta's statement saying it is a returning name. Unless they just mean a returning F-Series, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe one of you guys out there can help me out. What do you think the revived name is going to be? Maybe I'm overlooking something obvious. Next, let's talk about release dates. Now, of course, this is a total speculation. Nothing is official. But the fact that they revealed the engine publicly tells me that they're further along than you may think. I wouldn't be surprised if behind closed doors the bike is already mostly designed. Is that confirmed? No, again, this is total speculation, it's just my guess. But typically, when a company teases an engine, they want to show the bike not too long afterwards. My prediction is going to be sometime in 2027 to 2028, the bike will probably be to market. If not, we should at least have a lot more information and probably a actual visual of what the production bike is going to look like. I don't think it'll come out next year because if we were that close, then they would have just teased the whole bike already. And I can't imagine that they would tease an engine 4 or 5 years before it ever arrives. So 2029, 2030, I really doubt it'll take that long. But hey, anything is possible. Now there are some challenges ahead. I know people like to joke about Italian reliability, but all companies, including the Italian ones, do serious durability testing. That doesn't guarantee perfection on day one, but they do genuinely try. And with a brand new, unusual design like a V5, there will absolutely be challenges to sort out. I mean, just to name a few, they're going to have to cover emissions, noise regulations, supply chain coordination, lighting requirements, things most people don't even think about. Making a bike that looks great, performs well, and passes every regulation takes time. That refinement process can easily add years. And then here's the main issue that I want to cover right now, and that's the price. As I mentioned, MB Augustas are rare and exclusive. They currently sell the Super Veloce 1000 Ago, limited to 83 units worldwide with an MSRP of $80,000 US. 80,000. I have no idea what this V5 is going to cost, but I can tell you right now, I can't afford it. But I love motorcycles, and seeing wild, exotic engineering come to life is exciting. I can only hope to one day see one in person and maybe even hear one. And if you guys are like me, make sure you subscribe because I post all kinds of motorcycle related content I know you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.
Sick news for your little arrows out. Let me live my life, the one I'd better lead. All the plans of fantasies, and we looked at them 11 ways. You said, look at me, I looked away, and you wrote the song I wanna play. Alright.